I've been sober on Suboxone for 8.5 years. My name is Nicole Pludre, and I love to talk about drugs, addiction, recovery, and so much more. And I love helping people understand. So let's get into this comment. It says, I promise I'm not trying to put you down or judge you. I just don't understand Suboxone. I'm sorry. Thank you for this comment, and I understand. And I am going to take a moment to really try to help you understand, okay? So I was a polysubstance user. I was addicted to multiple drugs at the same time. I was addicted to methamphetamine, injecting methamphetamine, injecting cocaine, injecting opioids like fentanyl, heroin, oxy, Dilaudid, morphine. And I was also addicted to Xanax, Valium, and Klonopin. I was addicted to drugs from the time I was 17 years old to the time I was 32 years old. I was in and out of multiple rehabs and multiple sober living homes and multiple AA and NA meetings. For over 10 years, I tried to get sober through these rehabs, AA meetings, NA meetings, sober livings. And every time I would get sober, I would stay sober for about 6 months, and then I would relapse every single time without fail. I was totally against medication-assisted treatment because I was told that if I got on Suboxone, I would just be trading one addiction for another addiction, and that I would not be sober, and that was not recovery. Fast forward, I've been to 7 or 8 rehabs, 11 or 12 different sober livings, and it is 2015, and my little boy gets taken away from me by CPS. I entered into residential treatment, and I did 30 days in treatment. After coming out, I was 30 days sober. My husband had gotten put on Suboxone while I was in treatment. I had 30 days sober, and I was struggling. I was going to meetings. I was calling my sponsor. I got on mental health medications. I was going to therapy. I was doing everything. Everything they told me to do. I was jumping through hoops. But my mind would not stop telling me I needed drugs. You need to go get opioids. You need to go shoot heroin. You need to go shoot Dilaudid. You need a Roxy. That's when my husband said, why don't you try Suboxone? It saved my life in the past. And my husband has been in and out of MAP programs in the past and had great success with Suboxone, was sober for multiple years on Suboxone before me and him got together. Now, mind you, I've only been taught that there's one way to get sober, and that is through abstaining from all drugs and alcohol and going to AA or NA. So when he asked me to try Suboxone, I was like, are you kidding? That's just trading addictions. Because I was uneducated and I didn't understand that there's people out there that can actually take medication as prescribed and not abuse it. So I decided to give Suboxone a try. And the rest is history. Since I got on Suboxone in August of 2015, I haven't shot meth. I haven't used any illicit drugs, any drugs at all, in 8.5 years. I have custody of my son back. I got full custody of my son back within 10 months of getting on Suboxone. I got a full-time job. I got hired to work for an amazing recovery center. I got hired to work for a digital marketing company. And then I also got a job working with one of the biggest telemed mat providers in the United States, Recovery Delivered. I take Suboxone as it's prescribed, and it doesn't cause any euphoria because I've been on this medication for 8.5 years. Suboxone has what they call a ceiling effect, and when you get on this medication and you take it every day as prescribed, it caps out, okay? And so you're not going to get a euphoria from it. You're going to feel the exact same every single day like a normal human being. What was going on in the prison, because your other comments under this showed that you were in prison and doing the RDAP program, and some of the girls there were using Suboxone and getting high on it. Yes, if you take Suboxone and you're not on opioids, you haven't ever had an opioid addiction, and you take Suboxone when you're opioid naive, it will fuck you up. And it can really make you really sick as well, because it's a very strong medication. used to treat people who have opiate use disorder. If those same women were actually taking the medication as it's prescribed every day, once a day, some people split dose and take half their dose in the morning and half their dose in the afternoon. But if they were taking it as it was prescribed, after about 5 to 7 days, that medication levels out and there would be no high or euphoria happening at all. They would look just like I do, like I'm talking to you right now. There's so many misconceptions that people who utilize Suboxone or methadone don't really want to be sober, or they don't really care. But that's the direct opposite. I cared so much and didn't want to lose custody of my son. And I knew that my past experiences had proven to me that every time I tried to get sober, I would relapse. And I was told by my caseworker, if I had another relapse, then my rights would be terminated. And so I wanted to 100% ensure the fact that I would be able to stand on my own 2 feet in recovery and not lose custody of my son. So actually, I wanted sobriety and recovery more than anybody because I didn't want to lose my baby. And so choosing to get on medication-assisted treatment helped ensure that I did never go back to opioids. And at the same time, it has helped me to stay off of methamphetamine and benzos and cocaine as well. Suboxone doesn't keep me sober. Suboxone didn't make me choose new friends. Suboxone didn't make me stop stealing. Suboxone didn't make me stop lying, cheating, and manipulating. Suboxone didn't make me turn my life around. It was just a tool to shut off the noise in my mind telling me that I needed opioids, that I needed drugs. For the last 8.5 years, I have worked so hard on changing my behaviors and becoming a better person and doing the right thing to help other people, to share information, and to educate people about addiction, about medication-assisted treatment. And it hurts my heart when people discount my hard work because I utilize medication. I also used to utilize medication for my mental health. Would that negate all of the hard work I did in therapy, healing, and becoming stronger with my mental health? The reason, because I use mental health medication. Do you understand? Also, I utilize medication for diabetes, and I've lost 14 pounds since I started. And me being on this medication, does that negate all my hard work that I've done, not overeating and not binging? Do you see what I'm saying? And so medication is a tool that can help people. You don't have to struggle to stay sober anymore. You don't have to go through pain and agony to get to recovery anymore. And I kind of think that's another problem that a lot of people have, is they feel like somehow because I'm on Suboxone, I had it easier than they did. But I want you to know something. I went through the same withdrawal. I was sober when I got on Suboxone. I was sober for 30 days from all medications. I didn't have nothing in my system when I got on Suboxone. So I've been through the withdrawal. I paid my dues. I kind of feel like a lot of people feel slighted. They feel like because we are on Suboxone, we didn't have to go through what they had to go through. That's just not the case. I also feel like a lot of people are jealous because they can't take medication as prescribed, or at least they think they can't. So they get upset when they see someone like me who's able to take a mind or mood altering medication, because medication is mind and mood altering, and not abuse it. So those girls that were in the RDAP program, if they were getting high on subs, it was because they were abusing, or they were not opiate. They were opiate naive. They didn't need to be on it, you know? So I hope this helps you understand better. Thank you for your comments. And I hope that this opens your mind and helps you understand more. Thanks, you guys.